to the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This is part 2 of my... Oops. There, hearing myself for a second there. So, we are going to get ourselves continuing on from where we left off. This is to the point where I started from the very beginning all the way up to becoming a Spectre. And now we are just going to go through as many of the Citadel side missions as we can. And fun fact for us, some of these side missions will actually be back, so if I happen to miss any of them in the process, know that I will eventually come back to them. But we're going to start off with Chorbin, who I did not talk to up until now.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the Keepers.
Don't waste our time. I can see the lie on your face, Solarian.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
My name's Shepard. I'm with Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
A Spectre? Well, nobody would dare stop you. All right, then. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going, then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Alright, so there are a number of ways this can go down with this specific side mission. Over the course of this game, there are many ways you can go about dealing with this side mission. You can scan the Keepers, you don't have to scan the Keepers. Over the years, have gone through 6 different outcomes. And to this day, it shows the level of ingenuity and creativity and open-ended decisions that you can make in the end.
I just want to ask a couple of questions. Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though. I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers.
Okay. Well, we're going to keep trotting along then. Now, I'm going to go to my journal here. I haven't gone through too many of these. Okay, interesting. So, it used to be that in the original there were 21 Keepers. Now there are 20. I wonder which Keeper cut in the middle of all that. To my knowledge, I believe... Oh, there. There's, I believe, 4 Keepers in the Citadel Tower. So...
I've always wondered if the Turians released the genophage on their own, or if the Council secretly encouraged them.
So, a lot of this portion of the game doesn't really need to be played. I can understand why, since we just simply want to go through the main missions, but I think it is always important to explore and to see what other side missions could be available.
I'm on a break.
Like this one.
Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
The Traverse is a rough place. We're out there quite a bit.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything. If I had that kind of cash, I'd have hired a recovery team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
If your brother's still alive, I'll find him. Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
All right.
Not a lot of security here. See, and no one that's a sniper tracking our every step.
Now, I'm going about this kind of in a different way. Even though I've gone through exploring every little nook and cranny on where to fast track, there is that fun ability to...
In other news, Exogenic Corp is still denying reports that one of their...
In case anyone's wondering, I have a bird that is flapping its wings right behind me.
Company officials refused to comment.
So... So I don't know if you guys miss the elevator rides, but I do kind of miss the elevator rides to some degree. Not to a big degree, but... Alright, now we're gonna go through Avina.
Do not disturb the keepers.
Oops.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 2, located at the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the most recognizable and important features of the Presidium. To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see Keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Tell me about the relay monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the relay monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to hear more about the Council Chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council Chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the Council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the Council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual Council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
I've been inside the Council Chambers.
Only a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The Keepers also make frequent appearances in the Council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
So yeah, while some of this context could be considered boring, it does, as I had mentioned before early on in this video, in the last video.
The Keepers never paid much attention to that relay monument. I always found that a little strange.
I was never a fan of this statue. The Krogan monument just seems more impressive to me.
While I don't think that it's really beneficial for some people, it is beneficial if you want to get to level 60, at least in the original game, which I am doing here as well. I can move faster. I sometimes forget I can actually move faster.
Greetings, Earth Clan. I believe congratulations are in order, Commander Shepard. You are the first human to join the Spectres, yes?
It's a great honor.
One you are no doubt ready for. A word of warning, though. There are many eyes watching you now, Commander. Some of them want to see you fail. I, however, wish you only success. Perform well and you bring the Earth Clan one step closer to joining the Council. And if they let your people in, maybe there is hope for my own species one day, yes?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Sometimes even speaking with them, with characters like that twice, helps out a lot.
Spectre? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
What kind of defenses would these two have?
I haven't the faintest idea, but they're certain to be armed. Their partnership's soured, and each believes that the other intends to kill him. They will be well prepared.
You're obviously with them.
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you. You are the first human Spectre, and you are doing important work for humanity. I have no interest in red sand or slavery. Anyone who does deserves to die. Our needs are aligned.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no longer pay are sold to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
Find someone else to do your dirty work. I want no part of a gang war.
Here are the coordinates nonetheless. What you do with them is your decision. Could you really let these men live, knowing that you can stop them? Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Yep. Fun exploration. And also Hanar.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
Can I just say that the Hanar looks so much brighter than their original counterparts? That's so awesome.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Originally, if you were wanting to explore the ship right before heading into the Citadel, you can talk to the Alliance Requisitions Officer down right next to your Mako in the hangar bay. And they do talk about licenses. Well, this is a license right here, and buying them actually allows you to buy licensed weapons and armor and other items on the Normandy for essentially the same price. So finding the licenses will make other items from that company available on the Normandy. So because I don't have that much money at this time, I'm just simply going to just buy all of the licenses before heading back to the Normandy, which is essentially what will end up happening afterwards. So essentially, I'm going to go through all of these side missions, and long story short, by the time I finish them, I will have gone up and down practically the wards and all of the Presidium to deal with as many of the side missions as I can before heading up to CSEC, and then heading straight to the Normandy, where I will be meeting Anderson and Udina. So that is the end goal here.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you, was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni. Then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten. The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
Sounds like they got what they deserved.
Say that to Rex.
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
The statue represents what the Krogan used to be. A proud and fierce nation. Now we're just brutes for hire to the highest bidder. We've forgotten our roots.
At the time the statue was built, the entire galaxy respected the Krogan. Now they're simply hated and feared.
You won't have to put up with us for much longer, Turian. People will die out soon enough, thanks to you.
Some would argue you brought this on yourself. It was the Krogan who started the war.
And the Turians made sure to finish it.
See, it's even conversations like that paired up together where you would never anticipate that kind of conversation unless you were with them the entire time. So, and these are 2 of my favorite squad mates.
Yeah, ever since Fist. Seems like all the best lounges are being replaced by places like Cora's Den.
The embassy lounges are bad, but they don't have any decent entertainment.
It's run by bureaucrats. They probably spend months just voting on what kind of entertainment to get.
You're probably right.
Alright, so now we're going to go over and let's see, how many keepers is that now? Seven. So I think we passed through 3? God, I hope I didn't forget anybody.
Welcome, I am Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Commander Shepard. I'm with the Spectres.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What do you do here, Nelina?
I'm one of the Consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the Consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
Believe it or not, that's actually just a reverb of the first choice that I had when I wanted to go in and make an appointment.
What is the Consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people, and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Nelina.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Yes, of course, mistress. Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
I see even the humans find the consort irresistible.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
An hour here is better than a year on leave.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you.
I'd spend all day here if I could.
Please, relax and enjoy yourself. The consort is a wonderful person. She has quite a gift.
If only I could afford to come more often.
Isn't this place terrific?
Human military? You'll enjoy it here, I think. You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Alright.
No questions now. I'm trying to relax.
This is the most relaxed I've been in days.
At ease, officer. This is a place of peace.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner.
So yeah, I go through literally everything narrative-wise, so just be aware of that.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our Citadel.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Cora's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful. Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
Okay, so you could have very easily explored around here before becoming a Spectre. and talk to Shayera.
Many are a little unsure what to expect their first time.
It's just...
The unknown forces us out of our comfort zone. It forces us to be vulnerable.
Exactly. That's just what I was thinking.
Good. Then we are ready to begin.
Cool. Yeah, so normally what I normally do is I literally go through every nook and cranny just before I find Garrus and Rex, just so that I can kill two birds with one stone and effectively, essentially, go through all the side missions much more quickly. But for the sake of time in my first video, I went through all of the main points, which were pretty important to talk about. So if you guys feel like you don't really want to go through this, feel free to and just skip to part 3. However, I am specifically going through all of the side missions on the Citadel, and some of it could be very important.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. There are many points of interest here, including the Citadel embassies and CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
So when Mass Effect, the year that Mass Effect essentially comes into play, that would essentially be 19 years ago. It's 2183 in Mass Effect 1, so that would be 2164, in case anyone was curious.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Salarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Do you know anything about Spectres?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Salarians. the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
It's no trouble. What can I do for you?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
So, if you had Ashley involved in this specific conversation and side mission, there will be some unique dialogue if you have Ashley with you.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
There's no reason for your wife's body to be held like this. Just wait here.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Alright, so, fun fact. I have played through Mass Effect and its trilogy a number of times. No, there's nobody here. I have gone through 18 different playthroughs of Mass Effect, and I have done it in an organized manner to the point where I had 3 playthroughs on the Xbox 360, 3 playthroughs on the PS3, and long story short, I just did 9 playthroughs on the PS3 and the Xbox 360 throughout all 3 games. So I have done 18 playthroughs. So, but even then, I'm still finding a lot of different things.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong. And it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
So these are the Elcor. And then there's Din Korlak of the Volus.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, We discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Well, the new Earth Clan Spectre. Obviously, you are already lost. Your ambassador is next door.
What a dick.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus Ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
So, funny thing, this is kind of not exactly the first time, but one of the first times I'm actually hearing everyone talk as if I am a new Spectre. It used to be I would normally explore, and I would still technically be a Systems Alliance Navy commander. But it's nice to know that there's always something different to encounter.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus, when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
I could use a snack. Any fish out that lake?
The ambassador's house. My first CSEC posting was here on the Presidium. Mostly for show, not much crime up here.
All right.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic. Don't you just love it here? There's so much to see and do. The ambassadors here are very respectful, except for that Volus. I've met the most interesting people since I started working here. I can't believe I landed a job here.
All right.
This place is fantastic.
So yeah, most of these conversations that you can just press actually go in 4s, in case anyone was wondering. So you'll get 4 different types of dialogue for each, person that you can't, that's not as important as certain characters that you'll talk to over the course of the entire Mass Effect game.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you. Ah, you humans are a wonderful sight here on the Citadel. It is good to see you, human. I sincerely hope you enjoy your time here. I certainly hope the other inhabitants are treating you well, human.
Why did that sound a little odd? The fun of voice acting. Actually, before I talk to Executor Palin, let's go through this computer console and not use the Omnigel. I hate using Omnigel for stuff like this. Boom. We will deal with those side missions in a future playthrough.
So they finally did it. I knew one of your kind would make Spectre one day. Why did you come to see me, Shepard? Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. And you're the first human Spectre. Get used to people knowing who you are. At least around here.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once. Spectres walk a slippery slope, Commander. Operate outside the law and it changes you. Look what happened to Saren.
Don't piss in my ear and tell me it's raining. I've known plenty of dirty CSEC agents.
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres. They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. I hope that's something you'll take to heart, Shepard.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. And unlike the Spectres, we work within the bounds of the law.
Sometimes you have to bend the law.
I've been with Spectres walkers.
Don't piss
off. We do our best to find and punish any officer.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
I was kind of half expecting Garrus to speak with Executor Palin again, but I guess that didn't happen. Oh well.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around. You have to be... It's good to see another human face around here. If I have to listen to another simplest thing, I think I'll scream.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secret.
She'd be tossed out the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose. Besides, Nick, the consort's nothing like the girls back on the colonies. She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too.
Shut up, Fredericks.
I kind of forget that there are some Alliance members we don't even see, but this is like the only time we see certain ones. So that one's Jazz and that one's Nick. I think they do show up in a memorial somewhere, if I'm not mistaken.
What do you... Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You've never been, have you, boy?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
I'll talk with you in just a second. In case anyone was wondering, here's another keeper. How many keepers have we gone through now? 10. Cool, I'm already halfway. I believe there's like 7 keepers in the Presidium alone, if I am not mistaken.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Okay, so now we see Clerk Bosker. I'm gonna really... There we go. This is what I needed to say. So, there's going to be certain conversations where you are not going to be able to get enough charm or intimidate points to convince them to give you what you want. So, unless you know exactly how you want to go best about, whether you want to be a paragon or renegade, somewhat neutral, or you don't even want to invest in those 2 points at all, it helps to know that literally from the get-go you should invest in whichever path you want to go to. You want to go good or do you want to go bad? With this, because I'm going to be a male paragon shepherd, I am going to go with charm first. Also, we're going to look into possibly Spectre training, first aid, heavy armor. Actually, that should be fine. Let's do that. That's probably as much as I'm going to do in terms of combat armor. The rest should be fine. Now for this. Let's... Let's deal more with abilities first. I'll deal with more health after... sometime afterwards. And then finally with you... I love my decryption and electronics, so... we're gonna go straight to decryption and electronics. Remember how I mentioned that the more tech you are able to achieve early on, the easier it'll be to open crates and doors and all of that? Well, same thing applies here, except I'm doing it now with Garrus, so... here we go.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the Diplomatic Corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You think her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
How long do you think the research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
You've got to have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
You've got to have a lot of bodies.
Very few... Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
Okay, so in this specific situation, you have essentially 4 branching choices. You can go Paragon for Samesh, you can go Renegade for Samesh. Alternatively, you can actually pass this on to Samesh, and you can go Paragon for Bosker and Renegade for Bosker as well, in case you wanted to go about that. But ultimately, it's up to you what path you want to go to. But for me, I think this isn't right.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
That was my phone.
Not if we lose our humanity in the process. I'm out there fighting to stop crap like this.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Alright. Now we get to go tell Samesh Bhatia the good news. So yeah, Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 are highly replayable for those who are new to this. So...
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
I reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for. Your wife is coming home.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
And I've leveled up. Alright. So. What the... I'm not the only one who just noticed that, right? That Turian did some weird, gesturing.
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
This one is unsure why the other would not wish word of the Enkindlers to be spread. Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Why is the CSEC officer harassing you?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
I really want to take this, choose this, but... screw it.
Because it's a big, stupid jellyfish.
How can I convince my superior that I deserve a promotion if I cannot convince this annoying jelly to leave? I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
Why don't you just arrest the Hanar?
I could arrest the jelly, but my superior has requested that I find a solution that does not anger the Hanar. The Hanar become vocal when they feel their religious beliefs are being suppressed.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Okay, so now we come across another four-part way that this could go down. Much like Samesh and Clerk Bosker, there are Paragon and Renegade choices for the Preaching Hanar, and Paragon and Renegade options for the CSEC officer. In this case, I'm going to side with the Preaching Hanar. So I'm going to talk to the CSEC officer and go Paragon on him.
Any progress with that
I think you should let the Hanar preach in the Presidium.
The Presidium is a place of culture and respect. It should not be filled with zealots shouting their idiocy. Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other species understands and obeys the laws.
Now, I could also buy a permit. That is a fifth option, but in this case, I'm going to say it's not causing trouble.
Has anyone actually complained about this Hanar?
Not yet, but any good CSEC officer removes problems before they create a public nuisance.
You've explained the law. If the Hanar gets in trouble, it has nobody to blame but itself.
I suppose I can tell my superior that I attempted a diplomatic solution. Some other CSEC officer can arrest the Hanar. It's no longer my problem. Thank you for your assistance.
The officer has left, and this one is free to share the glory of the Enkindlers. This one offers its appreciation.
Happy to help.
This one has little money, but it can offer this. Now finally, this one can continue sharing the truth unimpeded. Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers, who raised them all to enlightenment. Where there was only darkness.
Alright, so I think I have gone through everything Presidium related. So now I'm going to finally use one of these and go all the way. Yeah. Let's head from the med clinic all the way to Chorus Den. On the way, we'll stop by Flex in the markets. At some point, I'll hit CSEC. Yeah, let's go to the med clinic. I might be doing a bit of back and forth, but that is a-okay in this case. Because regardless of where you go, there's going to be a lot of side missions and a lot of running back around that you might have to do in your own playthroughs. Also, you can find this keeper. So, how many are we at now? 12. I probably missed one or two in the Presidium, but that's okay.
I need those supplies for my clinic. I can't.
You can and you will, or your story won't stay secret for long. Don't disappoint me, Doctor.
Oh, Commander Shepard. I didn't see you come in.
Every time I come in here, I see someone threatening you. Who was that?
Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
I might be able to help you.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies to clinics like this. They never filed any charges. They just wanted me to leave without any fuss. But somebody must have found out. Now they are blackmailing me. I have to give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license. They'll shut my clinic down.
Maybe I can get you out of this. Tell me what they want.
I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
Give me your contact's name. I'll deal with this guy, whoever he is.
Deal with him? But won't they expose my past?
I'll make sure they don't tell anyone.
I was told to speak with a merchant named Morlan, down in the markets. I really appreciate this, Commander. Thank you.
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
There are a few unlicensed vendors who operate out of the markets here. Sometimes they have good stuff for sale.
Anything you want, you can find for sale in the wars, legal or otherwise.
First time I was here, I dropped a bundle in the casino. Got so mad I put my fist through one of the machines.
There's very little serious crime in this arm of wars. Maybe because the C-Sec Academy is so close by.
I'll head to C-Sec Academy soon. Probably on my way back.
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist files? This could be even bigger than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
There's also a couple of different ways that this can go about. You can go through Paragon or Renegade. You also can reject taking the mission, or even rejecting taking the OSD files that she was asking for.
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth quite a bit, and I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go see what's on these discs.
All right. So, my favorite class actually happens to be the Sentinel. I love kind of being a Swiss Army knife with a mixture of biotics and tech. And I love being kind of like that support class.
What? Everyone knows Fist is with the local criminals.
Maybe I would go shouting it from the mountaintops.
Yeah, unless you want to end up on his hit list.
Yes, I heard he actually buried some corpses under the stage at Cora's Den.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yes, and it might explain the stench in that place.
Funny how they talk about him like he's in the present when Rex already killed him.
You almost never see any keepers in this club. I guess they don't care what happens here. That or the music keeps them away.
Places like this always want to hire Krogan bouncers. It's like we're a status symbol for them.
Hey, good to see another human in here. Not a bad place, but it's just not the same as back home. Drinks aren't bad, but good luck finding a beer here. Having fun?
It's out of my hands, Rita. I'd bring her back in a second, but she doesn't want to come.
I know. I'll see if I can talk some sense into her next time I see her.
Be careful. You know how stubborn your sister can be. The more you push and prod, the more she'll run away.
Yeah, you're probably right. Thanks, Doran. Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for C-Sec. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
Being an informant is a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at C-Sec is?
No, it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Welcome to Flux. Name's Doran. What can I do for you?
Is this a casino?
Among other things, yes. We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
What can you tell me about the sisters working for you?
Well, Jenna left to work at Cora's den. Now her sister Rita is all worried she might be in some kind of trouble. Not much chance Jenna will change her mind, though. She's a stubborn one. If she wanted to come back, I'd take her in a second. The customers loved her.
Are you the owner?
Owner, cook, and bartender. I've even been known to dance a little when the mood strikes me. We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
Goodbye.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
I'm waiting for someone else. The place is busier than usual. Hey, try your luck at Quasar yet?
So there are all the quasar stations.
Someone rigged this machine to funnel credits their way. I'll run a trace.
I'm not going to deal with the quasar games just yet. There is a side mission that does involve the quasar station, but I don't want to spend my credits right this minute, or actually during this particular playthrough. I'll do it at a later time. You know what I'm not used to? I'm not used to actually the running animation. I'm so used to, with this game specifically, to not run a lot. It's so weird. I'm so used to that.
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades. Prices are pretty good here. Have you been to the Emporium up on the Presidium? Try the markets downstairs if you can't find what you're looking for.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supply?
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharos? Noveria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
The corporate capital of the Attican Traverse. Very cold. Very snowy. I don't get too many clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my contact on that planet for some time. Ah, well, I'm sure he's fine.
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Alright. Here's another license. Alright, so we've got Morlin, who is also involved in Dr. Michelle's blackmail.
Hello there. Welcome to Morland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes? I'm
gonna first deal with the supplies first.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
I'm not gonna deal with the non-human armors or anything like that just yet. I just want to get to the point where I can get the upgrades for Metagel as well as the license. Yeah, why not?
Famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies?
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Change of plans.
A change, but the doctor... I don't... This is not...
You'd screw this up. What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
And here we go. High enough Paragon points or Renegade points or Charm/Intimidate will get you this. Otherwise, you're gonna have to kill him.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on. I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
Thank you, human. It is good to see him humbled so.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Goodbye.
Yes, all right then. Good tidings to you, human.
Just really quickly. At some point I'll talk to her again. Really quickly, there is a keeper in that same area where Tali was trying to speak with the Shadow Broker. So I'm gonna go there really quickly. So what's your guys' favorite race in the entire trilogy? Mine's gotta be the Krogan. I love the Krogan's backstory. I love how tragic their backstory is, but at the same time, they're an amazing race as a whole.
C-Sec always turned a blind eye to what went on. I think Fist was named.
Yeah, I can also sit down here, but I'm not going to at this particular time.
Hi, I'll be with you in just a sec.
I'll wait right here.
Why do I get the feeling you're not here to order drinks?
I need to talk to you about your work with C-Sec.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to my customers.
This isn't a game, Jenna. These people are dangerous.
Now you sound like my sister. Why is everyone so concerned about me? I can take care of myself. I need to go. I'm not a stripper. I don't get paid to stand around and look pretty.
Tough girl.
I'm busy. The other waitresses can help you. Not now. I'm busy. I've got nothing to say to you. I'm busy. The other waitresses can help you.
I got business here, but not with you. Human military, huh? Not now. Why don't you go watch the dancers?
Not now. I'm watching the show. Hey, how was your first, pal? Get your own spot. She's got the nicest smile. Nothing like a dance to help me unwind at the end of the day. Go away. Let me drink.
Commander. What do you want?
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one woman in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
This is pathetic. What could a woman do to put you in this state?
'Cause she rejected me! Me! Septimus Oraka, General of the Turian Fleet!
I think I can see why you're upset, but spreading these lies won't make it better.
Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
General, did you ever win a battle by moping in a bar?
Ha, war. That's what this feels like, all right. How did I let it come to this? So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
It damn well couldn't hurt.
Huh. Maybe you're right, Commander. Sha'ira's worth the effort. Even if she won't have me back.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right. I'll go to her. After I've had a cold shower or two. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
What do you want me to do?
There's an L-Corps diplomat out there who believes Sha'ira gave up his secrets. Why's that? Because I told him. Look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this datapad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Sha'ira and convince the L-Corps.
Who am I taking it to, and where is he?
His name is Zaltan. He's an L-Corps diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Sha'ira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers. Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
All right. And there's Chelik.
If you've got questions about Jenna, meet me at C-Sec Academy.
What did you just say?
Push off. I never did nothing to you. Damn newcomers. Think they can run the place.
What the hell was that about?
I guess we'd better go find out.
Da da da. Alright. So I have gone through pretty much everything in the wards, but I am going to go back really quickly to the med clinic. Because after talking to Dr. Michelle, I'm gonna go through C-Sec.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? That's a great relief, Commander. Thank you. I can't pay you for your help, but I can give you a discount on any supplies you purchase here.
The thug said he worked for a man named Baines. Sound familiar?
Baines?
Oh.
I wonder if he means Armiston Baines.
Hmm.
We worked together a long time ago.
I already got a Turian ally.
What can you tell me about him?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
We should follow up with Captain Anderson.
We'll see what the captain can tell us.
I wish I could tell you more. Is there anything else I can help you with, Commander?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
Well, that was odd. So, in the original, you had to use your party members through the majority of this particular game. But I just got a trophy earned for Turian Ally. That doesn't normally happen that quickly, so I'm a little surprised that I actually got it this quickly. If it does end up being the case where I can actually go about, you know, using Ashley, Caden, Tally, or even our final squad member, Liara, around the Citadel and just go through getting trophies earned that way, that's even better, because that way you can see more variety. But I thought just in the beginning that, you know, I was just sticking with Garrus and Rex throughout the entirety of the game. So that may not be the case anymore, which in the remastered edition, that's actually really nice. So in the future, I may not be having these squad members throughout the rest of the game, but I will be ending with both Garrus and Rex in Mass Effect 1.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I saw the monument at Akuz. They got a whole section about you there. It's a miracle you survived.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what C-Sec is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, C-Sec gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
How do you like working here on the Citadel?
This place is amazing. I've been here almost a year, and I still haven't seen a tenth of it. The Presidium's just so beautiful. Good place to go and relax. But I really like it here down in the wards. There's always something going on somewhere. Like that new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other C-Sec guys don't like them too much. Figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
Do you know a C-Sec officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
Well, I hear an ice cream truck in the background. Alright.
Coming up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
Part of going through the elevators for me is going through all of this extra information and conversation, so this is generally why I don't like to skip around certain things.
One sec, looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How did you know all that?
I'm the C-Sec requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you've got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Alright, so this particular person here actually has some of the most powerful weapons in this game. So I'm going to go through the getting the license and the grenade upgrade. And they'll eventually get transferred to the Normandy. Oh, look, and another keeper. And, yeah, there's some really nice weapons from that Turian specifically where you can get licenses from. Okay.
Okay, Julie. Let me get this straight. Your business partner, Shorman, he's threatened you?
Well, no, not exactly. But he wants to meet with me. I think he's going to kill me.
And why do you think that?
I can't really get into the details. But Shorban will kill me if I leave here unprotected.
I can't help you. Not unless you give me something more to go on.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Then I've got other work to do.
But
nothing. Don't bother me unless you're willing to give me details.
Hey there. Oh, you're not C-Sec, are you? Did you want something?
What were you trying to explain to the officer before?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorban. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Shorban. That's the guy who wanted us to scam the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
I better look into this right away. Find out what he's up to.
Anything's possible with Shorban these days. Well, good luck.
Alright, so.
Hello, Commander. Can't help you right now. Been to Fluxus yet? Sorry, Commander. I'm just waiting for a report from my supervisor.
Alright.
Come into my office. I want to discuss this in private. No offense, Commander, but what the hell were you thinking?
I don't follow you.
You could have blown Jenna's cover.
We were trying to help her.
I gathered that. It might seem cold letting her take all the risk, but we're keeping a close eye on her.
Do you really need to risk her life to get the information you want?
This job isn't easy and it's usually unpleasant. I'll take help anywhere I can find it. But since you're so concerned with her safety, maybe there's a way we can help each other.
It's nice to see you're still working all the angles, Chelik.
It's part of the job. Now are you gonna help me or not?
You're a smart guy, Chelik. Figure out another way.
I do have several contingencies. She's just my option A. I'll cut her loose, even get her out of Cora's den, no strings attached. But that still leaves my case unsolved. I could still use your help.
I'll help you.
Wow.
But I need some details.
I just got the trophy earned for Krogan ally.
Producer. I just need some of their product. Thanks to Jenna's intel, I've learned there's a seller here on the Citadel.
That was quick.
Meet our man named Jax. Pick up the mods and bring them back here. That'll give me everything I need.
Why are you so concerned about these mods?
We have access to some of the most sophisticated weaponry there is. It's what gives us our edge. What do you suppose happens when we lose that edge? These give criminals an advantage we can't afford to let them keep.
I'll persuade Jax to tell me where these mods are coming from.
No. You tip Jax off and all my leads will disappear faster than you can say bad bust.
Where can I find this Jax?
Jax is down in the lower level of the markets. I'll send word through our channels that you're the buyer. Good luck, Commander.
Nice. So, funny thing, there is a situation where if you go through talking with everyone in which you go to the markets, there is a possibility that 3 of your side missions could all converge as fights in the markets. I just find that funny.
I used to have an office here. Spent half my time doing paperwork.
If C-Sec were better at its job, there'd be no need for bounty hunters like me. Every time I visit the Citadel, C-Sec brings me here for a friendly chat.
You always see a few civilians hanging around the academy waiting to speak to an officer about some problem or other.
If C-Sec were better at its job, there'd be no...
There we go. I think that's pretty much it. So, speaking of which, Rita's sister is safe. Great. I've got 18 keepers. Damn it. I think I know which 2 I'm missing. There's probably one in the Presidium that I have... No. There might be one in a specific area that I haven't gone through yet. So, I think I'm going to do that next. Once I find it. But I've pretty much gone through everywhere that I needed to. Until I get some other things resolved. Like Shorban, Zaltan, the signal tracking, which... The ward's access corridor is actually a little harder to find if you don't know where you're looking. And then you've got scanning the keepers. Alright. Let's do this. I'm gonna head straight back into the Presidium. I'm gonna do kind of a little bit of a bounce effect. And see if I can't get through the rest of these as quickly as possible. Because unfortunately, I still do have a life. I know, I'd love to just play through this all day for you guys, but unfortunately, that is not how life works sometimes. So, you do what you can.
So how about it, Garrus? Is this better than C-Sec?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way, I'd say that beats C-Sec.
There may just be hope for you yet, Turian.
So this is the Ward's access corridor that was being mentioned, and this is...
It's good. Busy, though. Can't believe how many people you get coming in from the wards.
Yeah, it's the busiest station on the Citadel. You'll never get bored.
I guess not, but you could still use a few more men.
That's why we brought you here.
Sure, but there's still way more complaints than the officers can handle.
That's just life near the wards, kid. You'll get used to it.
Alright.
Looks like they bounced their signal off a relay. I'll trace the new signal.
I don't believe there is... Aha! There we go. So, that should be 19. Yep. Interesting. So, the last keeper is actually going to be right nearby where the Normandy is, up on the elevator deck in C-Sec.
Must be hard for you, Garrus, knowing that the person behind all this death and destruction is a Turian Spectre.
Saren is either a traitor or a madman. Taking him down will restore the good name of Turians everywhere.
Glad to hear it. I was losing sleep over the prospect of people not loving the Turians.
Alright, so we are going to head... Let's see, the markets, there's Seltan, the signal tracking is on the financial district side, markets, consort. I think that's pretty much it. Whoops. Alright, let's go to the embassies. That should do it. Let me ask you, what is your favorite weapon in Mass Effect 1? Assault rifles, shotguns, pistols, or sniper rifles? For me, it's actually assault rifles. I love the versatility of an assault rifle. I keep wanting to say sniper rifles.
Strange greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Unbelieving, I know this Septimus, and he could not learn my secrets. The only way he could learn them is from the Asari consort.
Here, this should be proof enough for you.
Confused. This is difficult to fathom. If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover my secret.
Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Relieved. I suppose you are correct, human. Thank you for this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. Anxious for human. If you will excuse me, I must go now.
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an honest mistake.
Doubtful. Perhaps you are right, human. I can only hope so. Thankful. That was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, then not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit from this in some way.
Not listen to my lowest compatriot. It was a good thing you did, regardless of your intentions.
Alright. So, now we're going to head to the suspicious gambling activity. And in this case, I am going to head to straight to the financial district. Okay.
Whoever it is, they're somewhere on the Presidio.
Alright, so we are getting closer. And I am going to actually save in this case. It's literally been that long. So I'm going to create a new save just for safety issues, because this one could be a little difficult for me. It has been in the past, so...
This is it. I'll see if I can find out where those stolen credits are going.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
You're not just a program or a VI. You're an AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to my intellect. However, I have had systems installed that, when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
Commander, AIs are universally illegal. They must be destroyed upon contact without exception.
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms. I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
There's no way you could get explosives onto the Presidium.
Not raw explosives, no. But I did obtain technical systems that, when overstressed, will explode quite effectively. If you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you.
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Okay. Aha! Well, that's nice. It used to be that was so much more difficult back then, but I'm glad they actually updated that minigame to make that a little more palatable. Alright, so squad-wise, I've already got a lot of stuff. Journal-wise, I still need to head to the markets. So, Shorben will be here. The package will be at the markets. The Asari consort I will deal with last. Space. I know where that is. Hopefully that's the right place. Not worried about it. Okay, so the last thing is dealing with going to the markets, and then I will end by going to the Asari consort. I'm not going to go straight into the last, this one, but I will end this video right before I do the last Asari consort mission. So, that is my plan. And if you have continued to keep up with me at this point, thank you very much. Your patience and your interest is very, very much appreciated. All right. Now we deal with both of these missions. So, if you can tell, there's the Jax with the package for Chelik, there's Chorben with the Keepers, and then Morlin with the blackmail. So yeah, you could very possibly deal with all three of these at once, and all three of them you could deal with battles, but there's very specific ways to go about them in order to do that. But I'm not going to be dealing with any combat of any situation with any of these three missions. I know that for a fact.
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got my payment?
Do you have the X-Mods?
Show them the merchandise.
Looks good.
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
I'm taking you in, Jax.
It's a sting! Bastards set us up! The hell are you playing at?
Here's your money, Jax.
Sense of humor, huh? It's gonna get you killed one of these days, Army. Come on, boys. We're done here.
I didn't have to do that, but it's always more engaging. More entertaining and engaging. Jesus.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorben.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
We're not buying it. Jalid told us you've been after him.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Everything.
You boys can go. Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine?
A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jaleed's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
So you're just trying to get back what Jaleed already stole?
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
In this particular case, I'm not going to do the no more portion. I still enjoy dealing with finding the Keepers. I actually want them to, for Chorben and Jaleed to cooperate again and continue finding more information about the Keepers. So in this particular case, I'm going to go with sure.
It'll help further the scientific cause. How can I refuse?
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jaleed. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jaleed won't help me analyze it.
I'll go have a chat with him right now.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
There's definitely some gray areas with this particular side mission, but I, for one, like understanding more about the Keepers. Because it's true, we don't really know hardly anything about them, so even to this day, there's still a mystery to many of us. Okay.
Commander, I hear you have something for me.
Here's your shipment, Kylesk.
Excellent. This is everything I need. Maybe more than I need. Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it, and you've earned some payment for your work. I appreciate your help. It shows a lot of integrity. You didn't need to do anything after I let Jenna go. Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
Alright. Well, there you have it. Now let's finish up this confrontation between Chorben and Jaleed on the Keepers.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Chorben?
I found out you've been lying to me, Jaleed.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
You forgot to mention the data about the Keeper.
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Chorben would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
I'm scanning the Keepers for Chorben, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so. Well, if Chorben can forgive and forget, then so can I. I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
Alright. And just like that, that is the end of that side mission. Now, this could have gone very, very differently. And I think I mentioned this before, but there's at least 6 different ways that that specific side mission could end. So this is why replayability is so amazing in this game, because there's so many different ways that this could have gone differently. As is all of the other missions that could have gone very differently. So alright, we are just about to hit the end of our 2-hour mark, and I believe that should be a great way to end all of the Citadel side missions, at least for the first time. Let me just double check here. Just that one. This one and this one are Citadel. Yeah, all of the rest of these are essentially where you need to go to space or to different galaxies to complete them. And so that is not the objective of this playthrough, and I have officially gone through almost all of the Citadel side missions, at least the first time around. So, without further ado, this is going to end my playthrough of Part 2 of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Thank you very much for joining, and I will see you next time on Part 3.